Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. We're excited for today's video. The beer is courtesy of Phil. It's not Felipe, everyone. It's Phil. This is from Shaidzon, which I believe is how you pronounce it. Amber Czech lager, Czech style lager. Let's see. West Kingston, Rhode Island, coming in at 5% ABV. Surgeon General's warning, I'm not pregnant, so not worried about that. Let's get into it. It's another one of these stupid hot days. Did you say it with me? Because I've said it so many times in recent reviews. It's day one of, yesterday was hot too, but like it's going to be in the 90s today and tomorrow. I don't do well in the heat. So, low ABV beer? Yes, please. I mean, you tell me, let me get it right. Amber Czech lager, Czech style lager. When you tell me amber style lager or amber Czech lager, that's what that should look like. You know, nice, deep, rich caramel kind of color, a little bit of orange, even like yellow down here. The head, just under 3 fingers. It's kind of like a light coppery. No, it's. Man, it's almost like gray and khaki mixed together. Like if you were painting on one of those boards and you're like mixing paints to then put onto your canvas. Kind of like that. Really pretty bubbles. They're somewhat compact. Definitely like, you know, you could take a spoon and ladle them out. Beautiful looking beer is a short version. Let's get into the aroma. Sweet, toasty bread. And like a bread with some grain and stuff, not white bread, but like, you know, a bread with some substance. It's not quite honey. I can't quite put my finger on it, but like you added some sort of a sweetener onto that bread. It's kind of like that in beer form. Slight like minerality sulfur thing. I mean, actually, the minerality is a decent component of this. The sulfur is very minimal. It's not sweet enough to make me think something like a Flintstones vitamins, but almost like that, but like take out the sweetness. Yeah, it's interesting. The sweetness is really throwing me for a loop how to explain it. It's not caramel. It's not molasses. It's not like orange marmalade, but it's kind of taking little pieces of all those things. But yeah, it smells awesome. Just also like it's got a nice bouquet on it. It's pretty easy to smell. I'm really getting in there because I'm trying. The sweetness is stumping me, and that's a little frustrating. So that's why I'm like really getting in there. It doesn't really require that much. It's just from a beer reviewing point of view. I'm just really trying to articulate it. But anyway, let's see about the taste. Cheers. Thanks again, Phil. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, good flavor, light in a good way. You know, it obviously it's not like syrupy or oily, nothing crazy like that. It's not supposed to be. Definitely file this under one of those beers that you could crush or you can contemplate. You know, it's not, you know, just a crusher, but you could. It has that liquid bread thing, that sweetness that I'm still having a hard time exactly putting my finger on. You get some of the fermentation, certainly, a little bit of that minerality. I don't taste any like sulfur stuff. Like it's not like that. It's just a nice little bit of minerality. Yeah, man, that sweetness is so hard for me to pinpoint. Because you get that like caramelized bread, so like that explains a little bit of the sugar note, the caramelization there. Maybe even it's not doughy, you know, it's not quite crackery. Man, this is a tough one to nail down in terms of explaining it. It's a tough one to nail down. It kind of like I said the aroma, like there's like elements of caramel, elements of, although it's not particularly orangey, does make me think orange marmalade. But yeah, it's just got like that generic beery fermentation thing too. There's a little bit of a zest, you know, like peppiness to it. it's well balanced because there are these sweet elements, there's these bitter elements, these zesty elements. There's a little bit of this X factor that just kind of like commands your attention, going back to the, yeah, I could crush these, but also it's worth contemplating. Be a good beer with food, for sure. Like, I could see it complementing things. I could see it not overpowering, but enhancing the experience. That level of bitterness is really nice in this. God, this is good. Fruity esters, for sure. Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, Phil, man, really appreciate this. This is awesome. Definitely a perfect beer for today. You guys had some before. If you had anything else from the brewery, a beer like this, something completely unrelated you want to talk about, anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews, both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.